Hey again everyone, that NES fan coming back at you. I actually did record this a little bit earlier. I tried recording it and the frame rate was just absolutely ridiculous. So I know I don't look really happy right now. It's because I'm disappointed from what happened with the last one. Hopefully it won't be the case here. So if it's not in 1080p, if you don't have that option for your resolution, I apologize. It's only in 720 because otherwise the computer would have just been worked way too hard. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and try doing this again in 720p. Not much of a difference. But anyway, that aside from my technical difficulties, I do want to go ahead and talk about the Sega GameGear. And GameGear was out in 1989, as I have stated in a couple of my Sega GameGear review games, which I did a couple months ago, or about a month ago right now. And recently I actually won it in an auction on Listia.com. And Listia.com is sort of similar to eBay, and the only difference is that you get credits and you can bid on different things. And I actually won this in an auction. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I think is actually one of the coolest parts of this. And I was thrilled because I did not see it. I saw it in the picture, but I didn't actually see it listed in the description. A word about this, about the case that it came in. This is an original Sega GameGear case, and I'm not lying, I'm not making that up. Go ahead and look at it. So this came in the mail for me the other day, and it's got multiple pockets on it. You notice the front flap here, Velcro. There's the zipper back there, and if you look inside, it's a place to put, obviously that's where the Sega GameGear goes in the center there. You got a charging areas there, so charging cords and batteries and stuff like that, and you can carry it around all in this nice little bag. Okay, so the system itself, and I'm sure you guys have seen it, just go ahead and Google it. Any of you can just type it in Google. But here it is up close. We all know about this. Should be bringing back a lot of memories for you. If you're familiar with Blake of Blake's Game Channel, I'll put the link to his video in the description, or to his channel in the description. He does pretty much everything. He talks about several retro systems. I enjoy his videos. They're a little long sometimes, and I can't always watch them all, because sometimes my attention isn't always in the same place for more than like 10 minutes. But he has a very, very nice video game collection. And so it's incredible. So like I say, I would definitely go ahead and check his videos out, because he has pretty much any system imaginable. And he was recently talking about this, and it was right around the time he was talking about this, discussing it in one of his videos, that I happened to get this in the mail. So here it is again. And you'll notice the first time I saw this system, I wasn't aware that it had a charging port on it. And little did I know that it would actually be much more of a help to me than I thought it would be originally. Because I was used to just putting 8 batteries in there. The other option is to put there are 2 different ports here on the back, 2 different little compartments for 4 AA batteries each. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. What is it? Okay, it's 3. Okay, it's 3 batteries each. So it's a total like 6 AA's. But not something that I don't think would be not something that's really appealing to the consumer, because everything is batteries are so expensive today, and not that they weren't back then, but especially more so today. So for that reason, you have the nice little power AC adapter that did come with it. I didn't have to pick this up. This actually came with it. So again, I was very impressed with that. It came with 2 games. It came with Sonic the Hedgehog, which I find incredibly difficult to control, let alone beat. I think I've only gotten through like the first 2 levels or whatever. Not that I've had much time to really play through it. And another game that I actually like too, almost just as much. Game called X-Men, based on the comic book series. And there you go, for the Sega GameGear. And very impressive. By the way, the cartridge slot is just like a traditional, just like you would expect, like from a Game Boy or Game Boy Color. It just slides right in the back here. And there you go. You're in. I kind of have mixed reviews on this. I'm not really going to criticize it in this video. It's not the point. The screen's a little dim when you do turn it on. Oh, let me go ahead and turn it on for you so I can prove to you that I actually have a working GameGear. So you notice, and you have 1 and 2 here, start. Very similar to like a big old school Game Boy kind of. Not too, Or I should say the Game Boy is similar to this because this came first. This was out in 1989. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, another interesting tidbit about this that you probably don't know is that this actually at one time had a TV tuner optional accessory that you could purchase. That's right. This is the first mobile, one of the first mobile systems. I think it's the first mobile video game system where you could actually watch TV shows on. Very incredible. You learn something new every day. I was poking around the interwebs, as they call it, and stumbled across a GameGear TV tuner on Amazon, and I was thrilled. I had no idea that they actually sold them, and obviously you couldn't use them today because the government now everything. All the TV shows, the government makes you buy that digital box because the TV waves are now digital. But back then it wasn't that way. It was, everything was still analog. Obviously, it was the 80s. So that was pretty impressive. I would buy it just for nostalgia. I think that's the only reason why I would get that. Part of a good gaming collection, I think. Definitely want your comments on that, though. Definitely on the optional TV tuner. And if you guys have any, if you actually happen to have that, please do a video of that. Or show it connected or something. Or at least trying to operate, even though the TV signals won't allow it to operate today. Other than that, I think that's about it. Like I said, I just wanted to go in and show this off to you. Not really much else to say. Like I say, the Game Gear, I have mixed feelings about it. I like some of the games I like. Some of the games I really can't tolerate at all, like Indiana Jones, the game that I put up. I really tried, and trust me, as much as I hated the controls, I tried to tolerate I tried to tolerate the gameplay. I tried to look at everything else, but some games just, admittedly, are just bad. I mean, they have no business being on there. They're not cut out for the, it was ahead of the system was, it was, like I say, there weren't many mobile systems at the time, really. So this was kind of one of the first handheld portable, systems. So it definitely had its flaws, needless to say. And the screen, one of the most notable ones was, like I say, the screen was too dull. But I'm not going to keep going into that. Like I say, it's great to have it. I'm glad that I have it, and I can make it a little bit brighter. Actually, I've developed a few little lighting tricks to actually solve that problem. So if you guys have any feedback for me, let me know as usual. Go ahead and comment and rate. And yeah, that'll be all for now. And this also came with a charger. So if I want to go ahead and charge it, just like I would, it's like a cradle almost, kind of a mini cradle, I can do that. Kind of what I do with my 3DS right now, and what many of you probably do with rechargeable batteries, or even your phones have their own cradle. So, which is really interesting. The only difference is that the cradle is like a brick, because everything was bigger back in the 80s, right? So, especially electronics. So, yeah, it does have a light on here too. So yeah, that's everything that it came with. So that'll be all for now, guys. That NES fans signing off. Please comment and rate as usual. Take care for now. Oh, and go ahead and check out Blake's Gaming Room too, if you haven't done so already. So long, guys.